2021 was a very good year for watches in general. Specifically, it was a great year for Seiko. They came out with tons of new releases. They also were celebrating their 140th anniversary, so there were tons of new limited editions in celebration of that anniversary. Today, I wanted to talk about 5 of my favorite releases throughout 2021 from Seiko. And I'm going to start with one of the more popular releases of this year, one of the more recent releases of this year, that is the Seiko Prospects Speed Timer Chronographs. And the specific one that I want to talk about is the Panda Dial, the SSC813. This was a very popular release because it sort of looked like a Rolex Daytona. It came in at $675. It was a solar-powered chronograph, the V192. 39 millimeters, 13.3 millimeters thick, 45.5 millimeters lug to lug, and 100 meters of water resistance. A very good looking chronograph, and of course a solar powered chronograph. So this was a Panda dial, so it gets a white dial with black subdials. However, those black subdials actually looked a little bit blue in certain lights. So very interesting watch, very popular because of its looks. A very good looking watch, and obviously with good reason. The next on the list was hands down my favorite release from Seiko of 2021. That is the Seiko Prospects Sharp Edge GMT. I was very excited about this watch when it was released. It has a beautiful texture on the dial. I liked the Sharp Edge Prospects, just the time only, when they came out with the GMT, and it was a true GMT. I was very excited. $1,400, a very good price for a watch that's powered by the 6R64, which is, like I said, a true GMT. So that means that the local hour hand is actually what is adjustable for the GMT, which is pretty awesome. It's a 42.2 millimeter watch, so it's on the larger side. Not a lot of people were happy about that, but 13.7 millimeters thick, 49.2 millimeters lug to lug, 100 meters of water resistance. They came out with a bunch of different dial variations. Very good looking watch. A lot of issues with alignment, so I heard a lot of people complaining about the alignment on this watch, and that is really unfortunate. However, there were a lot of people who came out to me and said that they had this watch and there were no alignment issues. So it depends on which one you got, I guess. These are actually selling for way below that $1,400 now. You can get them for like $800 on eBay, and I think that's because of a lot of people complaining about alignment issues. So if you want one, they're pretty easy to pick up now. Next on the list, number 3, is the Seiko Prospects Tortoise land models. This was essentially the land version of the Seiko Turtle. So if you really like the Seiko Turtle, you want something that is more land oriented, maybe like a field watch, they sort of did that with this watch, and this is the Seiko Prospects Tortoise. That's what they called it. Makes sense. They had sort of earthy tones, or have earthy tones, and they also get a rotating bezel just like you do on the Turtle. However, that has a compass layout rather than a countdown bezel. These came in at $525, so affordable watches. 4R35s, 42.4 millimeters, so essentially the same exact case that you would get with the Turtle. 11.7 millimeters thick, 45.2 millimeters lug to lug, and 200 meters of water resistance. So essentially all they did was make the Turtle into what would be called the Tortoise, a land version of the Turtle. That's it. But a really good looking watch and a very interesting watch as well. Next on my list is probably the most expensive on this list. It is the limited edition, the Seiko Prospects 1959 Seiko Laurel Alpinist. So this was a reissue, a very faithful reissue of the original Seiko Alpinist. This is the SJE085. It came in at $2,900. However, it was a limited edition of 1,959. And I believe these are actually still available. They were 36.6 millimeters, 11.1 millimeters thick, 43.8 millimeters lug to lug. So not a very big watch, and the dimensions obviously show that. It came on a bun strap, a very interesting bun strap. I got to see this hands-on, and I was actually very, very impressed. It gets the 6L35, so this is a higher grade movement from Seiko. It's very similar to Soprod movements. So it was Soprod actually bought the rights to this movement, so they also make them in Switzerland. So this is actually a pretty high-end movement that other watchmakers do make, but this is specific to Seiko. The 6L35 is the one that they make. And it's a 200-meter water-resistant watch, so all around a very good everyday watch, really good looking and kind of interesting strap as well. You could wear it on a traditional strap if you wanted to. At the same time, they came out with non-limited editions. Those were in the Prospects line. Also very good looking watches, but not as special as this one. I really did like this. I thought it was very expensive then. I still think it's very expensive now, but like I said, it is a very good looking watch. Last on my list, and also a very recent release from Seiko, it is the Captain Willard 6105 Ice Divers. So these are essentially a Captain Willard with really nice special edition. These were US only special edition dials. These are ice divers, so you get dials on these that look like snow, look like ice, and they give you a whole bunch of different reasons of why they went with the dials that they went with. However, they have very cool colors. There's a cool gray, cool blue, and a cool green. Really beautiful watches. They get the 6R35, so you're getting 70 hours of power reserve and all of that good stuff. 42.7 millimeters wide, 13.2 millimeters thick, and then a 46.6 millimeter lug to lug. 200 meters of water resistance. And like I said, you get really 3 dial choices here. All 3 of them are textured. Really good looking watches. These are Captain Willard, so essentially will wear like a Captain Willard. I recently reviewed a Captain Willard on my channel, and I was very, very impressed with it. It reminded me a lot of my SBDC 061. These very good looking watches, US only. So these are only available in the US, special editions, and they are ice divers. So they've done this in the past. Seiko has done this in the past, and they do charge a little bit extra for that special edition for these dials. These come in at $1,400. I think the standard edition is around $1,200. So it's about $200 more, but I think you also get a strap with these in addition to the bracelet, which is what it comes on. So very good looking watches. All in all, these were my 5 favorite watches of the year from Seiko. However, they came out with tons of watches, literally limited editions almost non-stop throughout the year for their 140th anniversary, and then they were coming out with standard editions constantly, which is pretty cool depending on if you like Seiko, and I do, obviously. So I do like to see all of these new watches come out. I think it's very interesting. I don't like the limited edition tactic, however, that's what Seiko do, and they've done it a lot this year. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. These are the 5 that I chose. Anything that I missed here that you guys think were a little bit more important than the 5 that I've chosen, please let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. I love to hear what you guys think about my choices. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel. I very much appreciate it. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I have some links in the description. Those links are to Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra. However, I very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.